How entertaining can a story about estate developing really be? Welcome to Mel's March Madness, a limited time mini-series where I talk about my favorite anime, manga, and manhwa throughout the month of March. Today we have the letter G, and the letter G stands for Greatest Estate Developer. Now, if you mostly follow me for anime and manga, this one may be a little bit different for you. Greatest Estate Developer is a manhwa where you could also read on Webtoon. And it's basically about this guy who gets isekai'd. Yes, I don't love isekais too much, but this one, absolutely fantastic, 0 notes, and the series is done. Anyway, this guy gets isekai'd into one of the novels that he's reading. And the character he gets isekai'd into basically has a limited time span on his life. He's destined to die in the book as well as the rest of his family and the countdom that he belongs to. But he has a lot of work to do because his character is absolutely detestable. He is in extreme debt. His family, who are the count and countess from the estate that he's from, are also in debt. So he is resolved to live a life of comfort, to live a long life, and to live a rich life. And in his previous life, he kind of was a construction worker with a degree in the development of estates or something of that nature. So he decides to take the knowledge that he has, help improve the countdom that his family oversees, while also finding a way to make money out of it so that he can get out of debt, so that he can eventually retire early and live the lavish life. But unfortunately, as stories mostly go, the protagonist can never set out what they want to do right away, because there are plenty of obstacles throughout the story of Greatest Estate Developer. And while I say you come for the story, you stay for the funnies, because I have never seen such hilarious facial expressions drawn on a character before, and not just the main character. He ends up influencing the supporting characters so much so that they start adapting and adopting his crazy, wacky, hilarious, but also horrific facial expressions. So maybe I should say you come for the funny, you stay for the story and the funny. This story about building bridges, building septic sewers, building sewer systems, building heating in homes has found a way to be extremely entertaining, but also a little educational as well, because they do talk about the different bridges. They do talk about all these different concepts for building things, theories behind them, what works, what doesn't work, the evolution of construction and architecture, I guess. And this is mostly seen in the very beginning of the series, maybe partway through the series, as we start to shift to something that's a little bit more plot focused. Because as I said, this person gets isekai'd into a character that was destined to die very early on in the story. And because he's defied the fates of the story, there's eventually some pushback from the story itself that continues to threaten his livelihood and the livelihood of his friends and family. So this is one of the major conflicts, aside from improving his countdom and acquiring the money he needs to live the lavish and comfortable life. And while I did mention that it is extremely funny, like you will die of laughter while reading this, there are some emotional moments, because let me tell you, when this ended, I was in tears. I was in tears from just all the feelings, all the emotions. So this story quite covers a lot. It covers humor, it covers drama, it covers action, because there's definitely action involved. It covers a little bit of romance in the weirdest way, and it gets you right in the heart at all the right moments. So if you have never heard of and you have never read Greatest Estate Developer, please go read it. You will have an absolute blast, I guarantee it. If you've read Greatest Estate Developer, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure that you keep up with it, as by the end of this month, early April, I will be conducting a live tournament bracket for all the anime that I've mentioned and all the manga and manhwa that I've mentioned, to allow you, the audience, to choose the next long form video I create. Anyway, I'm Mel, the host of AniMel, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye!